Hello, everyone. It's been a hot minute since we did a webinar. While we wait for everybody, please drop us some comments in the comment section. Tell us exactly where you're from, what the weather is like, where you're at. It is always extremely interesting to me to see where everybody is from. I'm from South Africa, but I work with international people every single day. So it's super, super interesting to see where everybody is from and, what the weather is like and, just getting to know about a little bit more about everybody's culture. So we do usually give about 4 to 5 minutes for everybody to join. So in the meantime, we can just have a nice chilled conversation. So yeah, let us know where you're from. Let us know what the weather is like. Let us know what you are interested about learning today as well. If you have any comments or questions, please also drop them in the comment section. There will be a Q&A section at the very end. We might not be able to get to all of the questions, but we will definitely get back to you as soon as possible with answers, and you can always reach out to us via sales@dibley.com or sales@theurbanwriters.com. So just shoot us an email and we are more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. So currently I am like I mentioned, I'm in South Africa. It is winter. It is freezing. I absolutely detest the summer, but I'm suffering this winter. It is very cold. It came out of nowhere. Where I am in the country, it's usually about, like 32 degrees Fahrenheit, not Fahrenheit, oh my goodness, Celsius. During the day and during summer, we basically have summer for 10 months and then winter for 2. There's no in between, and it just came out of nowhere and it hit us like a truck. It's been very, very, very cold. So this topic specifically is extremely, extremely interesting. It is something that not a lot of people really know much about. So I'm super, super excited to dive into this a little bit more and to educate some potential publishers, even people that have published already, just to kind of get their book out there and make sure that it is a success. Because there are a lot of tips and tricks that people don't know that we can go over today, and there will be a part 2 as well, which is basically going over your author branding, that marketing, that sort of thing. This is just focusing on the algorithm and current trends and finding those current trends. So we are going to give it another 2 minutes and then we can dive right in. So I am looking at the comments. I see some people from Canada here today. There's someone from Australia. So hi, welcome guys. That is super, super exciting. As mentioned in the comments as well, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. I'm happy to answer those questions. And if we don't get to it, we will definitely get back to you after the webinar. We'll send you a DM, we'll be in touch, or you can email us at sales@theurbanwriters.com or sales@dibley.com. Our contact details will be available at the very end of the webinar as well. Alrighty. So let me see, are there any other comments? I actually think we might be able to get started already. Okay, let's dive right in. Let us wait. Let's just give it 1 or 2 more minutes just to make sure that everybody's here. This will also be recorded, so you can watch it on YouTube afterwards as well. So if you're missing anything, if there are any things that are unclear, you can go ahead and you can just watch it again. Of course, you can comment on that video too if you have questions or that sort of thing. It is better to reach out to us via email or a live chat or a call, just to make sure that we do get back to you as soon as possible. But you are more than welcome to leave your thoughts and your suggestions and any questions there as well. Okay. We have some more people from South Africa, actually. Oh, exciting, my people. More from Canada. We have some from Toronto. We have some from Missouri. That's nice. Florida. You guys are in summer right now, isn't it? Isn't Florida like super hot at the moment? I always associate heat with Florida. um, so yeah, we are just quickly experiencing some difficulty, just waiting for us to go live on YouTube. So literally just give us a second. We're sorting it out as we speak. Yeah, we can just continue the conversation in the comment section. Hi, Tina. Lovely to have you here. We're super excited to see people join and be involved in these things. And the more people are involved, the more we can actually host. And it educates everyone. So it's awesome to just see everybody come together and experience this together. Okay. So everybody from LinkedIn, please go ahead and drop some comments as well. So we have a couple of you currently here. So do go ahead, drop us a comment, and then we can go ahead and we can get started. Okie dokie. So we can start with the webinar. Okay, awesome. So today we are going to go through current trends and what to do to get seen. This is part one, as I mentioned earlier, and this is basically just going to go through trends and algorithms, pricing, what you need to do to get seen with those specific things in mind. So I am Michaela. I am the senior sales agent here at the Urban Writers, and I will be hosting this today. So we can go forward. Here's a little introduction about me. I've been a professional ghostwriter for 7 years, going on 8 years now. I also specialize in fiction and non-fiction, so I've written both. I've written over 270 books in both genres, respectively. And then, I've been at the Urban Writers for 5 years now. I've ghostwrote for the Urban Writers, and then I moved on to the admin team, to the customer service, and then sales. So that is exciting. Basically, know a little bit about everything. Next up, a little bit more about the Urban Writers. The Urban Writers was founded in 2018 by Marco and Natasha Moutinho. We basically started out with a handful of writers. We had external editors, and from there it just grew, like rapid growth. It's basically the explanation, or the oh my goodness, I can't think of words today. But yeah, rapid growth all around. We have over 5,000 creative minds at the moment on the platform. So this includes writers, editors, ebook and paperback formatters, copywriters, narrators, editors, the works. So we basically can do everything from point A to point Z. Before you actually do get published. So all of your content, you can get everything done under one roof. We've done over 1 billion words at the moment as well. And we have over 20,000 active happy customers on the platform as well. So that's super, super exciting. There is massive growth coming with the Urban Writers, and Dibbly respectively. DCreate is an absolutely amazing software that we have created, and it's basically a writing tool that allows you to do anything and everything, really. I'm going to touch a little bit on that later on the webinar as well, but do keep an eye out on that. There are a lot of exciting things coming. So next up, we can dive into the okay, so I just got a message. We are not currently linked to LinkedIn, it seems. So we are just going to give it a couple of minutes just to wait for those people to join as well. Yeah, awesome. So I see in the chat that Stephen has joined as well. Hi, Stephen. It's lovely to have you. Yeah, you guys, I see that you guys are from YouTube. So YouTube is working. We're just checking on LinkedIn. Yeah, so you guys are from SoCal and Phillyburg. Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't think we've had people, not that I've hosted, from those areas. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's winter for you guys now, right? I believe it is. Oh, no, not winter, summer. Any of you. Again, I hate, absolutely hate summer. um, just about to start your first book with the Urban Writers next week. Oh, that is super, super exciting. It is such an amazing journey to go on, really. It is so exciting. And having people that I want to say know what they're doing, assist you with this as well, is absolutely fantastic. So, best of luck with that. If you need anything at all, please let us know. You can always reach us. We are always happy to help. And of course, if one person can't help you, we will definitely point you in the other direction of somebody who can. So please don't be shy. Let us know if you need any help. Okay. Good morning, Dustin. I see Sarah as well. Okay, there we go. It seems like LinkedIn is linked. I'm just waiting on a confirmation from our techie people in the back end, and then we can move forward. Yeah, so again, because we're literally we can do everything under one roof. A lot of people do prefer that instead of going to somewhere else where they have to find or post individual items for literally everything. With us, if you buy a bundle, it's literally everything at the same time. And of course, the lovely thing is that you can choose your own writers, you can choose who you want to work with, and of course the option is there to have us assist with that as well with our valet service. So if you are interested in having us assist you with choosing writers and like kicking your order off on the right foot, do shoot us an email. We are happy to share some details with you on the valet services that we do offer. So yeah, just let us know. Okay. So let me just check if we're online. I do apologize about the technical difficulties. Technology is it's amazing and it's terrible at the same time. So I do apologize about this, you guys. Again, if you are having or if you are experiencing any issues, you can watch this recording afterwards on YouTube as well. It will be available. Just give it a little bit of time just to show up on our streaming, like a little streaming page on our YouTube channel. That's just the Urban Writers. Go click on lives and then you'll be able to see all of our videos and all of the webinars that we've done. Yeah. Okay, so we can dive right in. I do see that somebody is suggesting that we turn the music off. There we go. Okay, awesome. Let's move on. So I gave you a little bit more insight about the Urban Writers. So let's go ahead and go through the agenda. So we do have some items. We are going to go through the current trends in KDP. and how to actually find them, optimizing your KDP listings, and navigating KDP algorithms. And of course, at the very end, we will have a Q&A. If we do not get to it, don't worry. We will be able to respond to your comments afterwards, and you can always reach out to us at sales@theurbanwriters.com. The contact information will be at the very end of the webinar as well. I believe somebody will pop it in the channel or in the comments as well, so you guys can just copy and paste it from there. Alrighty, now let me just open this up. I apologize. There we go. Okay, so current trends in KDP. This is, again, a lot of people don't know a lot about how to find the current trends or how to go about it. So let's go over what the current trends are, keeping in mind that trends change extremely often. So you do need to make sure that you are doing your research regularly to keep up to date with everything. Okay. So in the recent months, these have been the trends that have been popular. So first off, we have audiobook publishing. Basically, the more formats you can publish your content in, the better, the wider your audience is going to be. So with the rise of audiobooks and podcasts, have actually led to a lot of people who have published books without audio to publish audio as well. So you don't have to necessarily publish with audio right away. You can go ahead and publish with audio after. So you can see how good your book is doing. If you need a little boost, do audio publishing as well, but audiobooks are extremely popular. Next up is sub-genre niches. This is something that it can be and can get very complicated very quickly. So when you think of a genre, say we're thinking about fantasy, okay? But within fantasy, we have Game of Thrones, we have Lord of the Rings, we have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, we have young adults as well, and we have stuff like Dune may also be considered fantasy, it's sci-fi fantasy. So those are all very, very different books within one genre. So when you look at them, you can, for example, A Court of Thorns and Roses is YA fantasy. It's romantasy. That's basically the slang that they're calling it now. But it's a romance fantasy young adult book. If you're looking at Dune, it is sci-fi fantasy. So exploring those subgenres within those niches are extremely important. The niches within those subgenres. And then, for example, if we're looking at A Court of Thorns and Roses, there are a bunch of other little niches that are also incorporated in it. So it's not just fantasy. It is young adult fantasy, romance. There's it's fairy tale retellings, all of those sorts of things. That all work together to create this book. So do make sure to research your subgenres within those niches as well. Next up, we do have collaborative publishing. So authors are collaborating with other writers to create anthologies or series, and it basically allows a cross-promotion and a shared fan base. I have an example of this recently, maybe a few years ago. Sarah J. Maas, I'm bringing her up again, she basically collaborated with 3 other authors. So she collaborated with Mary Lou, Lee Bardugo, and another author that I cannot remember. But they did the DC verse. So each one did a book, but it's a series. It doesn't really follow each other. It's standalone books, but it's a series. And each of them wrote a different book. And the promotion that they were able to do was absolutely amazing because they were able to reach every author's fan base because every author was promoting that series, even though they did not write all of those books. So that is definitely something to consider. Next up, we have interactive content. These are things like puzzles, adding links to your content, adding anything with the multimedia to your ebooks as well. It just enhances the engagement with your readers as well. This is also extremely popular with children's books. So when you are, which brings us to the next point, which are children's books, anything that they can sing along with, or pictures, or quizzes, or puzzles. People love doing something, and having a puzzle or a quiz or something else added into the book makes the book worth their time more. It makes the entire experience feel more worth their money as well. So again, consider something like that. Interactive content can also be stuff like workbooks. A lot of people are publishing workbooks along with their fiction or, well, non-fiction books, even children's books. So again, do consider workbooks as well. People can literally just scan a QR code or something and go ahead and download that workbook, and it really does improve the value that you do give your readers. Oh, I do apologize about that. The dog just went crazy. Um, let's move ahead to the next little section. Let me just get to it. Next up, we have what influences visibility and sales. So please give me one moment. Let me just grab my dog really quick. I don't want to deafen everybody. Okay, he's quiet now. Alrighty. So next up, we have what influences visibility and sales. So we have some points here that I can quickly go over. We have cover designs, keywords and metadata, reviews and ratings, author branding and platform, book pricing, strategies, and book descriptions. Now, I can quickly go through all of these individually. Cover designs are very important because, contrary to popular belief, people do judge book by their covers. This is a known fact. If you do not have a good cover design, people are not going to want to buy your book. I am very, very guilty of this. I love a beautiful cover, so I'm not going to buy a book that does not have a good cover. And a majority of readers share that sentiment as well. So make sure that you have an awesome cover design. Next up is keywords and metadata. So using relevant keywords and optimizing metadata like title, subtitle, descriptions, all those sorts of things will improve your visibility and discoverability in your search results in Amazon. So when people are searching for certain kinds of books, utilizing those certain keywords will ensure that your book pops up when they're searching for chair yoga for beginners or something like that. Your book will pop up if you have the proper keywords added. Next up is your reviews and ratings. So positive reviews and ratings, of course, it's very, very, very important. It basically proves to other readers that this book is worth reading. So encourage your readers to leave reviews and maintain high ratings to really boost visibility, because again, Amazon does like to give you results of books that have high ratings and have a lot of ratings as well. So please do go ahead and make sure that you are getting reviews. Encourage your readers. If you have to send free books to people as well to review, that is fantastic. To go ahead, do that, and just ensure that you are getting reviews on your book. Next is author branding and your platform. This we're going to tackle in the next webinar, but you need to build a strong author brand and establish a strong presence on social media, on websites, wherever you are. You need to build a strong presence. When people think, oh, Sarah J. Maas, she has a massive presence because she interacts with people. She has fantastic branding. She has amazing covers. Her brand is fantasy. It is romance fantasy. If you think Sarah J. Maas, you think romance and fantasy. That is what you want people to think when they hear your name. You want to build that kind of brand for yourself. And then next up, your book description. So when you click on a book on Amazon and it opens up the listing, you're going to see a little description. That is your book description. And if that book description is boring, nobody's going to want to read your book, because if the book description is boring, how boring is the interior of the book, is the content going to be? So you want to have a compelling and really well written book description as well. That is why we at the Urban Writers have professional copywriters that literally specialize in copywriting in order to create um, the book descriptions. Not every writer can write a book description, and you need to have that kind of skill to ensure that your keywords are included, to again make sure that you have visibility when people are searching for your book. Okay, next up we have optimizing your KDP listings. So again, we have a couple of things here. There are a few things that you need in order to really, really optimize your KDP listings. It's your title, your cover design, your book description, and your keywords, of course. So these are things that you need in order to optimize it. So for example, your title, there are some points here that we can go through. So first of all, you want clarity and relevance. You want your book to be clear and it needs to be relevant to the actual content of the book. Fantasy is a little bit more on the controversial side, but in general, if you're doing nonfiction, for example, you want the title to be relevant. You want people to know what they are going to read just by reading the title. Keyword inclusion is also extremely important, so make sure that you are doing your keyword research. Adding it to your title and subtitle will benefit your book a lot. Next, unique selling points. So you need to highlight the unique aspects of your book as well. So in your subtitle, you can add, oh, this is 100 banting recipes, unlike anything you've seen before. Something like that. I'm not a copywriter, but you get the idea. You want to make sure that people know what they're getting and ensure that they do know that your book is unique. It's not like the other 1,000 banting recipe books. You want it to be special. And then length consideration as well. Keep your title concise and compelling. Don't make it too long. People want to be able to talk to somebody else and have 1 word, 2 words, maybe like a very short sentence title of a book. They don't want this entire paragraph of a book title. Again, it's not easy to remember. You want it catchy, and you want people to actually remember your book as well. Next up, we have the book description. So we can dive in a little bit here as well. So first of all, you want to hook your reader. You want to make sure that the reader is interested. Whether you're doing nonfiction or fiction, you want to make sure that the reader is interested in your topic or interested in the book. They want to learn more. Give them crumbs so that they want to come to you for the entire cake. So you also want to do the synopsis and tone. You want the book description to match the tone and the atmosphere that you're setting in your book as well. If your book is extremely formal, you don't want your book description to be friendly and very informal and hip. You want it to have the same formal tone that you have in your book. Don't false advertise, it's going to get you bad ratings. So you want the actual book description to give the reader an example of what they will be reading inside of your book. It also needs to needs to highlight the benefits and features that this book will give you. And then also a call to action. So you need to encourage the reader to take action by purchasing this book and downloading your book, and with a clear call to action at the very end of the description. So a good description will usually have a very good call to action at the very end, or leave you on a cliffhanger, something that again will want the reader to read more. Next up, we have keywords. So we have relevance and specificity. So you want to use specific and relevant keywords that accurately describe your book's content, genre, and themes. You, again, don't want to false advertise. It's not going to end well with the ratings. Long tail keywords, so incorporating long tail keywords or phrasing that are more specific and less competitive will also increase your chances of actually getting to that targeted reader. So make sure that you are adding the correct keywords. Which brings me to keyword research. So you need to conduct thorough research when to identify high volume and low volume competition keywords. So make sure that you do actually do that. Again, a lot of people don't know that they need to do this. They think they can just go onto Amazon, publish their book, not really care about the keywords. That is extremely important for the discoverability of your product. And then, of course, there are back-end keywords as well. So do make use of back-end keywords in KDP to further optimize your book's discoverability. So this is just when you are publishing, you will see these options pop up, and you do need to do your own research in this case as well. But these are some very important little things to look out for when you are choosing keywords, you are choosing a topic, that sort of thing. Okie dokie. Next, we have strategies for creating eye-catching covers that attract readers' attention. So first of all, we want clear and strong visuals. You want to have a very, very high quality cover design. So when you're adding images to it, you want the cover design to be high quality. You don't want blurry or grainy images. You don't want a drawing that looks like it's done by a toddler. If that's the thing that you're going for, the kind of theme, then of course that is a different case. But ensure that your cover design, the images that you're using are very high quality. And then you also want to ensure that you're choosing the right colors. So choose colors that pop or that catch readers' attention. If that doesn't mean that you only have to choose neon colors. You can do pastels as well, or just black and white or something like that, but ensure that it is unique to other books in that genre as well. And then you also want effective typography. So make sure that your title is readable on the cover. You know these metal bands with these massive names, and you can't read a single letter that is on that's this band's name. You don't want that. You want a person to glance at a book and know what that title says. So ensure that your typography is clear, it is big, it stands out from the background. And then of course you can use the typography to emphasize key elements of the book as well. So like the author name or specific details that you can add to the book. So yeah, just make sure that you do add those things. Next up, we have engaging design elements. So again, borders, textures, pattern, that sort of thing, it enhances your design a lot. Make sure that you don't just choose just a picture and add text to it. You need a design to go with it. That's why a professional cover designer is extremely important. Or do a course in making cover designs or something like that. But ensure that you don't just use an image with typing over it. It's not going to work. And then, balance the visual elements to create a harmonious composition that draws the viewer's eye. So in art, there's a rule that you're not allowed to paint within the middle of the canvas. So like the middle, if your canvas is broken up in, I believe, 9 squares, you're not allowed to use the middle 2. It is the 2 side squares that you can use, so your attention is drawn to that specific corner, not just the middle. The same goes for your cover design. Not the same rules apply. Your image can be in the middle of the book, but you want to draw your reader's attention to certain aspects of the book, and make sure that the rest of the cover isn't as loud or isn't as eye-catching or something like that. Have one or two elements that stand out to draw the reader's attention to that specific thing. And then we have lastly, well, second to last, we have consistent branding. You want your books to, if you're doing a series, you want the series to match. You want every book to be the same. You want them to be the same size. You want them to follow the same theme. If you're doing a fantasy book and every book has bold, this one is black, this one is pink, this one is green. Of course, if you're using the same elements, so the same patterns or the same text and that sort of thing on every cover, it can work. But it is very important to keep consistency so that when somebody sees your book, they also think, hey, that's that one author I like to read. Keep the consistency. And then also make sure that you include your author name. And if you have a logo, add the logo in consistent places. So on the spine, for example, if you've chosen to put your logo at the bottom and your title, well, your author name at the top, keep it that way. Don't switch it. People are they like aesthetic things. And when you purchase a series of books and one has the logo up top and one at the bottom, and then vice versa, you're not going to want to see that on your bookshelf. What I do in this case is I turn the book around so that I just see the pages. I don't have to see the spine. So yeah, make sure that you keep that consistent when you decide on something, stick with it. Of course, you can change your mind later on, but ensure that that change is consistent across all of your items. So you might have to redo a cover here and there just to make sure that everything is consistent. And then we have a market research testing. So you do need to go ahead and actually look at other covers and see what's selling. Look at other books in your genre, look at the covers that they have, see what's working, see what's not working, and then, make your decision from there. You will see trends in this. You will definitely see trends in the covers. Romance, for example, there's always a character on the cover. Always. If there isn't, it's always a character or a skull of some sort. But in general, if it doesn't have a character or something on it and it's just a butterfly or this or that, statistically speaking, it doesn't do as good as other books in that genre because people like to see what the characters look like and the covers give them that idea. Yeah, alrighty. Next, we can move on to navigating KDP algorithms. Let's actually just see quickly. I just want to make sure that we're still online, everything. Okie dokie. Awesome. We're still on track. So next we can, as I mentioned, we can move on to navigating KDP algorithms. So we can see keyword relevance. Again, keywords are extremely important. KDP algorithms analyze the relevance of keywords in book titles, descriptions, and metadata that matches user search queries. So make sure that it matches the actual book itself. Again, also using highly relevant keywords can improve a book's visibility in search results. Next, we have sales velocity. The algorithms consider the frequency and consistency of book sales to determine the popularity and the ranking as well. So that is something to take into consideration when you are publishing, that you might not go to number one straight away. You need to get consistent sales in first. Books with higher sales velocity are often promoted more prominently on Amazon, which leads to increased visibility and discoverability. So either you have to have a very, very good first week or month of sales, and that will boost the algorithm a little bit as well. But in general, having consistent high sales will boost that even more. So again, keep that in mind. Next, we have customer engagement. So again, reviews, ratings, any reader engagement on your social media page. When people are on a Kindle Unlimited, those are the page reads that are being taken into consideration as well. This all influences how KDP algorithms prioritize recommended books. So yeah, that's how that part works. And then we also do have positive reviews, which of course anybody, this is pretty self-explanatory. Positive reviews are going to improve sales, and that's just basic math. Okay, next we have promotional strategies. So utilizing KDP select promotions such as Kindle countdown deals or free book promotions can influence algorithmic recommendations and increase visibility during promotional periods. So make sure that you are utilizing those sorts of promotions. Keep an eye on them, see what's going on, see what kind of trends are going on as well, and then do your marketing accordingly. You also do want to keep your marketing very strategic and keep an eye on timing. Any price strategies and participating in Kindle Unlimited will also impact how KDP algorithms prioritize and showcase books to readers. So if you are just getting started, Kindle Unlimited is an absolute fantastic way or point to start. It's going to give you a lot of exposure with readers. It might not make you as much money to begin with, but it definitely is going to help with getting visibility and building that author platform. Alrighty. Then we have best practices for leveraging algorithms to increase exposure for your books. First of all, we have keyword optimization. So let me just see. I just want to see something. I apologize. Yeah, okay, awesome. So we have keyword optimization first. So again, you have to conduct thorough research for your keywords. Make sure that it is high traffic keywords for your book's metadata. You also want to incorporate these keywords strategically in your title, as mentioned before. So again, keyword optimization plays a massive part in actually getting seen on KDP. Consistent sales and promotion strategy. Again, having consistent sales, doing your promotions, timing your promotions properly is going to help. I can't stress this enough. You can't just publish a book or do one or two marketing campaigns and leave it. You need to keep marketing your book to keep those sales consistent and to ensure that you are climbing the ratings as well. So if you want to be a top rated seller author on KDP, make sure that you're doing the proper marketing. Next up, we have engage with your readers. So it's always, as a reader, it is absolutely phenomenal if you get a response from an author, somebody that you love, and you comment on something or you email them or something like that. That interaction means so much to so many people. So make sure that you don't have to get back to all of them. If you have if you have 10,000 readers, you don't have to get back to all of them, but ensure that you do get back to at least a few of them, just to keep that interaction going, just to keep the human persona as well. Make sure that they also still see you as a human. You're not this untouchable being. Again, this is part of your author brand. You also do want to encourage them to actually interact on your social media, do some promotions, tell them, okay, listen, comment, like, and subscribe to this page, and you'll you might stand a chance to win a free book, or any promotional content like that will definitely improve the engagement with your readers too. And if they see that you are interacting with them, even better. And again, this brings me to positive reader interactions. Reviews and feedback can really enhance your book's visibility and credibility in the eyes of the KDP algorithm. So good reviews means you're going to be higher up in the algorithm. You also do need to monitor and adjust performance. So if your book is not doing good or it's not selling, you might have to adjust your keywords. You might have to adjust your marketing campaigns. Make sure that you do keep a very, very close eye on how your book is performing so that you can adjust these things. It's able to be adjusted for a reason. Again, because trends change constantly, it is good to adjust your marketing and your keywords, all those sorts of things consistently so that you actually get to reach all of the new readers that are coming in that might be using different terminology, but they're still looking for the same book, that kind of thing. And of course, this also does play into pricing. So if your book isn't performing properly, you might be under, or you might be overcharging, or you might be undercharging. If you are undercharging, people get very suspicious very, very quickly. So you definitely do want to ensure that you actually price it well. There are tools that you can use for things like this. So DCreate being one of them, it does give you a research tool. It shows you pop or bad and good reviews of books in the genre that you choose. It also shows you the pricing for those books. So you can see, okay, the average cost for a romance book is $5. I'm going to also do $5, keep it consistent. You don't want people to get suspicious of you, and you don't want to overcharge people either. And then update and refine your content. You need to keep your book relevant. So, for example, if you're doing a nonfiction book and it is a 2022 guide on buying a house, you need to go in and update that and maybe update it to 2024 or something like those sorts of titles and those sorts of topics generally do very well in that specific year that it's been released. But after that, there's a steep decline because they see 2022 thinking, oh, this is an old book, and they move forward. Cover designs as well, even if it's not a book that has a specific time frame that it needs to be read in, trends change. I sound like a broken record. Trends change, and you want to ensure that the cover designs match those trends too. You'll see that a lot of the popular authors, they have multiple different editions of their books, different covers. That is because the market changes, and they are doing new books to draw in new readers that are reading at that moment, young people that have just come out of high school and they want to start reading. That is a completely different demographic than the 50-year-olds they've already had. So make sure that you are updating your cover designs and keywords, that sort of thing, regularly as well. Well, not regularly. You can. It completely depends on the trends, of course. Some trends don't change, but keep an eye on it. You can do that. KDP does allow you to make those changes. So take advantage of it. Okay, now we have, oh my goodness, where's my mouse? There we go. I went in and I just added some information about DCreate as well. You can get a 7-day free trial when you do sign up to the pro version of DCreate. There are absolutely fantastic features that you can use. Our newest feature is actually creating a book from scratch, a 30,000 word book from scratch using AI. and it is absolutely fantastic. You can use it, you can try it out, and if you don't like it after the 7-day free trial, you could just unsubscribe. But chances are you're really going to enjoy it, because it's going to really help you with research. Kip, our little AI assistant, is absolutely fantastic too. They can help with any questions that you have, any research that you need to do. Kip can help with it. So definitely give that a go. The link is on the platform. Oh, on the platform, sorry, on the on your screen right now. But you can always just go to dibbly.com and just click on the little create menu, and you can go through that. Yeah, the link is on the screen currently, not only in the webinar, but also in the in the little captions. And of course, if you do have any questions or concerns, you are more than welcome to reach out to us. We are happy to answer any questions that you might have. Again, the email is sales@dibbly.com. You can also reach us at sales@theurbanwriters.com. So both of those email addresses work. So you can always email us, ask some questions. We can set up a call. We can take you through everything. If you need us to guide you through DCreate or through the Urban Writers platform, just let us know, and we are more than happy to do that for you. Okie dokie. So next up, we do have KDP current trends and what to do to get seen, part 2, which will be marketing and author branding. The time and date is still to be determined, so keep an eye out on that. We will definitely go ahead and send emails to everybody. If you're on our marketing list, you will see that we will be promoting it on our socials as well. So definitely check that out. It is the second part to this webinar that's going to, again, talk a little bit about KDP and algorithms and that sort of thing, but it's going to focus on marketing and author branding. So yeah, do keep an eye out on that. Next, we have our our Q&A. So let's go ahead and get some questions going. Let me zoom in. Okay. What role? Oh my goodness, I can't see. I'm wearing glasses, but I can't see. What role do algorithms play in the visibility of books on KDP? So Amazon's algorithm, it basically dictates which books are displayed to users based on factors like sales velocity, customer reviews, and keywords. So it's the algorithm decides what you see. It's the exact same with YouTube. The YouTube algorithm will decide what you want to see. So if somebody watches all of the Urban Writers videos, they might suggest some other ghostwriting videos to you as well, or publishing videos, because the algorithm sees that you like this, and those specific videos will have keywords or tags or anything like that that will increase their visibility as well. So YouTube goes ahead and they suggest it to that specific watcher, or in this case, reader, when you're doing KDP. But it basically works the exact same way. It plays a massive role in the visibility of your book. Okay. How can I identify trends? Okay. How can I identify trends relevant to my book in KDP? So researching popular genres and topics within your niche, analyzing bestseller lists, and utilizing tools like the Amazon sales, what's it called? Amazon sales rank can help you identify and boost your book's visibility as well. Of course, DCreate can assist with that too. So utilize the tools that are available to you. Do some research, see what is available and what you can use and what's the most user-friendly for you as well. And do multiple platforms and do research on most of them, because you'll basically get your average from that, because one platform says one thing, one might say another, but there is going to be a consistency that you do need to find between them. Okay. How important are trends? How important are trends and algorithms for visibility on KDP? So, aligning with current trends and understanding algorithms can significantly impact your book's reach. You need to understand this. You need to make sure that you are utilizing the algorithm and taking advantage of it. Basically, it is extremely important. You are not going to reach a lot of readers if you do not take advantage of it. If it's a book and you've stumbled upon a gold mine and it's suddenly a book that reaches 100,000 sales in the first month because it's just that topic that you chose, that's fantastic. But do remember that the market is saturated. If you're doing yoga books or health books or self-help, the market is extremely saturated. Not all of those people are utilizing the algorithm, which means that you should to outshine them. Okay. Can you discuss cross-promoting your content? Yes. So what I will be doing that in the next webinar. So that is part of the marketing section of it. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out if you do want to see that specifically. Okay, there is another question. How can I leverage algorithms to improve my book's visibility on KDP? Okay. So by optimizing your book's metadata, such as titles, book descriptions, and any keywords, um, it's and driving basically targeted traffic through marketing efforts, you can improve your book's visibility on the Amazon algorithm. So again, targeted ads, making sure that your timing of your advertising, your marketing, everything is on point and you're really focusing on the people that you do want to read your book, because again, that is going to just push traffic to Amazon. They're going to purchase your book on Amazon. Amazon's going to see, oh wow, this book is making a lot of sales. And then of course that helps the algorithm as well. Okay, I'm just checking the time. We only have about 3 minutes left, so maybe we have one more question. So let's see. Okay. There we go. Okay, author branding. What if you write under a pen name? Website is fine, but can you operate on Twitter, Facebook under multiple names? Yes, you can. So what a lot of people do is they create one brand, like a publishing house or something like that. And if you want to publish under different pen names, you can. And then that specific marketing or that publishing house account is going to do the marketing for those specific books. So you can do it that way. Or of course you can have multiple accounts. There is definitely a way that you can have those accounts, set them up, just use different email addresses. When you're doing Facebook, Twitter, that kind of thing, you can set up different accounts. TikTok is very popular for this as well, and there are many TikTok accounts under one, which is actually just one person doing it. There are many TikTok accounts where they are doing their marketing as well. So you can definitely do that. Yeah, so if you have any questions or concerns, please do email us. The email address is in the comments. It's also on the screen right now. We are happy to help. You can also, if you don't have a pen or paper or you don't remember the email address, you can always go to our website as well, which is theurbanwriters.com. Just go to the contact us form and you can get all of the information there as well. Alrighty, well, it was lovely chatting with everybody. If we didn't get to your question, please don't fret. We will go ahead and we will get back to everybody um, with via DMs or comments. And of course, you can reach out to us at any point. Alrighty, have an absolutely awesome day ahead, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.